Hey guys, Glass here. We're doing windshield repair. This time it is a 2013 Land Rover Range Rover. And we got a pretty nasty, almost bigger than a quarter size break right there on the kind of bottom of the passenger side. So we're going to get started, show you each step. First, of course, with the size of this, I'm going to drill out right there in the center. And we'll be right back after I'm done drilling. That way we can get the resin to flow in there nicely. Alright, we're through drilling. It took a few minutes. And as you can see, right in the center, right there where the rock hit, is right where I drilled. I just drilled through the first layer of glass. That way we have a clear, open entry for the resin or liquid glass. So at this point, we're going to set up our bridge assembly. And this injector right here will go right over the top of where I drilled. We'll use that suction cup to hold the whole piece onto the surface of the glass. And then we'll be able to put the resin into that injector, and under pressure with a plunger, we'll force the resin down into the crack. As the resin is liquid and it works its way through the crack, it'll start to displace the air that's in there. And that's going to cause the crack itself to the eye at least seem to disappear. It's always going to be cracked. It's just going to fill in the air and make it much less noticeable. Also, that glue or resin will hold the crack together and keep it from spreading. So let's get the bridge set up now, and we'll start to put the resin in. Alright, as you can see, the injector set up directly over where we drilled, and we're gonna put some resin in there now. I'm gonna use the 50. It's not the thinnest. It's not for long cracks, but it's one of the thinnest resins we use. It should fill in nicely with this style brake. And once we get the resin in there, it'll probably take a good 5, possibly 10 minutes to work its way through the entire damaged area. Then the resin, obviously we want to harden, the glue to dry, if you will. So we'll apply UV light at that point. But we want to keep the UV light away from it until we're ready for it to harden, so it doesn't harden before it works its way right to the edges. So I have this blue UV shield we'll put over the top here. So let's get that going, and we'll see you in the next step. Alright, I wanted to see if I could get a good shot of the resin working its way into the crack in real time. Rather difficult to do, but with the setup of this chip and the dashboard, I think it's going to be possible. So as you can see, my hands on the other side, slowly screwing in the plunger. We want to make sure we force it in there, but not too much pressure. See how it starts to disappear almost. Like that crack on the left, that line that's going out, you can see that half of it has been filled. So we're going to have to apply a little bit more pressure, sometimes some heat, to get it to work its way all the way through. More than anything it's a time thing. You want to give it a chance without heat, without extra pressure, to work its way through. But if it doesn't, there are other ways to help it along. So I'm going to stop it here because I got to get to work and I need both hands, but that gives you a good idea of what it looks like in real time as the resin works its way through the crack. Alright, now we've removed the UV shield, and because we're in the shade, we're applying artificial UV light to cause the resin to harden. So we'll do this for a few minutes, and then we'll move on to the next step, which was removing that bridge and applying some pit resin on the surface of the windshield. Alright, now right where we drilled, where the rock first hit the glass, we used some pit filler, PF4 pit filler, and that is just the thicker, harder resin to take on the elements. You know, it's going to be on the surface of the glass. The windshield wipers are going to go over it. We're going to make sure it stays in place, and there's a nice smooth surface. There's not a pit or an indentation right there. So we use the pit filler. Same idea. We're going to put the light on it, allow it to harden right away. I use that plastic film to keep it from, dripping down while it's in process of curing. So we'll give that 5 minutes and we'll be back. We'll clean up the excess and smooth out the surface of the windshield nice and even. And then we'll use what we call pit polish. We've got that here. And we'll put that right on the resin that's on the surface of the glass. So that pit that's left over, it'll be a little cloudy. We'll try to clean that up. And we're through. All right, as you can see, we have some kind of tannish looking material on top, and that is the pit polish. So what we'll do is just kind of like wax, we'll just kind of massage that in and clean it up, and then we'll clean up the windshield and take a look at the end product. All right, we are finished, and you can still see the very center where it originally hit, but compared to the chip before we fixed it, it looks a lot better. Primarily it has been diminished, but not brought back to glass that isn't broken, excuse me. So there it is. If you guys need help with windshield repair or replacement, give us a call, 512-240-9121. Thanks for watching.